Hi everyone, and welcome back to another one of my 21 wildlife walks. Today is my 8th walk and I'm here in London at the Walthamstow Wetlands Reserve, which is a London Wildlife Trust reserve. Already I just noticed how lovely of an area this is, especially after coming off a hot and busy tube. And I've just been watching some common terns fishing behind me, very close in. So already I'm seeing lots of wildlife here and I can't wait to see what else I'm going to see. So not only is this reserve really vital for people to come and escape the busyness of London, it's also really important for migrating wildfowl to come and stop over on their long journeys. So you might be able to see behind me, there's lots of ducks, including tufted duck, there's also some coots, and also pochard, which is a species which is actually on the red list, which means it's a bird of conservation concern. So now I'm joined with the one and only urban birder. Hi David.
Maya, how are you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
It's a great day today, isn't it?
Well, it is a bit raining, but yeah, still lots of wildlife to see, as you've seen from my video. But I've got a few questions to ask you about urban birding.
Right.
So I hear a lot amongst people that maybe are not into birds, that London isn't the place for wildlife, but that's simply not true, is it?
Yeah, it couldn't be further from the truth actually, because when you think about, for example, there's been over 620 different species of bird found in the UK on the UK list.
That is amazing.
Of which 370 plus have been found in London. I think that says it all really.
It does, definitely.
But there's large areas of London which are green and blue, or grey in this instance. And it also attracts lots of birds and other wildlife, and it's incredible when you come here at Walthamstow Wetlands. You come here and you look around and you can just see such a wealth of stuff. I mean, this is in the middle of July, and lots of birds are breeding, so they've got their heads down. But during the autumn and spring, even in the winter, there's just loads of stuff, and that's just here.
Yeah,
So
you can tell just today. I mean, walking around, there's lots of wildfowl around, sort of kingfisher and lots of dragonflies, damselflies, so there's plenty to see.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what is, your favourite urban bird? There's so many to choose from, but how many? What's your favourite bird?
Well, my favourite urban bird depends on what city I'm in. So in London, it's got to be the black redstart, because it's a bird that I think symbolises all that's urban in London, even though naturally, or should I say in this outer greater range in Europe, it's much more of a mountain bird. But in London and in Britain in general, in England, it's an urban bird. So that's, to me, the typical urban bird. Even though I must say, in the very beginning when I was a young boy, the house sparrow was up there as well.
Okay.
But that, that's in Britain. That's the bird that I like seeing in urban areas. My favourite bird per se is the ring ouzel.
Oh yes.
Of which I see most in urban areas as well. I see most of my ring ouzels in London on migration.
Oh really? Okay. Oh, we're lucky enough to see both of those, but a lot of black redstart see at the top of buildings and stuff, isn't that right? Yeah, on walls and interesting places. So it's not just for birds, is it? It's good for birds, but urban birding is good for people as well, isn't it? So what are the benefits to urban birding?
The great thing about urban birding is that it really calms you down. It's a great thing to do to actually get yourself grounded, even if it's just on the way to work or school, just walking, just to take in nature sounds, get on nature's wavelength. It's really good. I also think that urban birding needs to be talked about much more than it is. I think that when you watch wildlife programs on TV, it's always about the middle of nowhere, even though most of us live in cities, and they should talk more about what's here with us right now, because a lot of that stuff, for example, kind of got common terms. I mean, they spend their winters in South Africa. You know, you've got tropical ducks that may have come from, or may sort of have their friends from Poland and Eastern Europe come to join us. You know, these birds are actually totally international. It's not just in the middle of a city, or should I say middle of nowhere. It's actually also in the middle of a city. So there needs to be more of that going on to prove to people that actually we're all interlinked. It's not just one separate entity out in the middle of nowhere and then people and birds in the middle of the city.
Thank you very much for joining me today, David.
Wow.
And
Maya, listen, good luck with your 21 walks before your 21st.
Thank you very much.
And I look forward to many walks before then, or after then even.
Yeah, definitely. So I've just been walking around in the rain, as you can see. There's a nice thunderstorm over there, but I've seen a kingfisher fly past me, which was lovely. Also a great crested grebe with some very cute chicks on its back, some young shell duck, lots of common tern. When the sun was out, there was also lots of butterflies around, including small skippers, lots of damselflies, banded demoiselle, red-eyed damselfly. So lots to see. So unfortunately this marks the end of my 8th 21 wildlife walks. Today here at a bit of a rainy Walthamstow Wetlands in London. It's been great to see how much wildlife is here in an urban area, and my highlights have to be seeing common terns diving right next to me, seeing great crested grebe courtship and chicks, also shell duck, pochard, lots of damselflies, dragonflies, and also it was great to speak with David about the importance of urban birding. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you can, please donate to my Just Giving page, where I'm trying to raise £2,100 for the BTO, and I'll catch you on the next one.